Would you mind having this interview posted on YouTube?
No, I'm fine with that.
State your name, what you do, and how long have you been in this job industry, and if you feel comfortable including some companies, feel free to.
Michelle DeSanto. I've been in the payroll and benefits HR industry for 20 plus years. Companies that I have been at are Coimac Industries, um, Fresh Direct. I'm working currently for a maritime transportation company.
How has the use of computers evolved over the course of you being in the industry throughout the 20 plus years?
Wow, computers have, depending on the nature of the business, computers could be used strictly for internal use, or as a company that I know is strictly, that's how they receive all their orders. So it's primary focus. It's a staple to the company. In my current industry, it is a staple because of, in the maritime industry, that's a way of us communicating to our employees out at sea.
Do you think computers has made your job easier or harder throughout the years? Or does it depend solely on the nature of the job?
No, I'm lost without a computer. Based on what I do, to process the payroll, HR functions, communications back and forth, it's a necessity, and I would absolutely be lost without computers.
So, without the use of a computer, let's say if you had a power outage or computer technology was just hacked or not being able to be used for an extended period of time, you don't feel that the job would be able to get done at all or as quickly and efficiently?
It would not be quick and efficient. It would be very laborious, very manual intense. Some functions would not be able to get done, um, based on how programs are written today, that with cloud environment. Um, it would be extremely, extremely difficult.
Can you name any benefits or weaknesses of using of the computers? You think obviously you stated a couple of benefits here, but how about some weaknesses of the computers?
Weaknesses such as, if there's not a decent and strong infrastructure, you have your tendency of being hacked, data breaches. Um, so you need to have a strong and secure data infrastructure. Uh, that's my biggest concern based on privacy laws. Your PII information is accessible, and it's a big concern.
Would you say that as technology continues to evolve, that to a more superior and intelligent level that it already is at, do you think that you're going to need to continue adjusting to the changes, or do you feel that your computer skills are already at an adequate level that any improvement on computers is just going to be easy for you, or do you feel you're going to need someone else to help you out eventually?
I constantly learn daily new computer functions, because of the enhancements and the skills going on a day-to-day basis. If you feel you are okay today, I think you're sadly mistaken, um, because you will be left behind with all the enhancements. You know, constantly, the workforce constantly has to evolve and need to constantly look for ways of improvement and more security, more to prevent those data breaches.
For someone that's going to be eventually getting into the job industry of just using computers on a daily basis in corporate America or business alone, um, what recommendations would you say, or what recommendations do you have for a particular person or people in general to properly prepare themselves on how to adequately adapt to using computers if they're already not, or if they're already using computers just for basic schoolwork? How would you say the best approach is to start getting used to the idea of using computers, or maybe incorporating would you say maybe taking a class on computers, or reaching out to people that have been in the industry long enough and say, hey, what do you use most on your computer skills? Do you know, maybe it's Excel, maybe it's PowerPoint, maybe it's some sort of program. Do you feel, can you give some advice on, or elaborate a little bit on what you think would be the best way approaching someone?
I think, because I'm going to give you an example. We have an employee who was not strong in his computer skills that we have given on-site training to, as well as recommendations of classes such as, basic Excel, basic Word, even email skills needed to be enhanced and improved upon. If you do not utilize these basic programs that I consider basic on a day-to-day basis, you are going to fall behind. You need to constantly use the programs to become comfortable and become second nature. Always try to improve, always go for classes. One of the things I tell all my employees on a day-to-day basis is always learn something new every day. Make it a point to learn something, whether it is how to go from basic Excel to an intermediate to an advanced programmer. Learn something new every day. Continue to reach out and learn. And ask somebody. You do online courses, you can do your CBT courses, you could do in classroom instruction. So, always learn.
For people looking to apply for a position anywhere, do you think it's more looked upon if they do have computer skills, or versus someone who's just going into the job that really isn't adequate in the use of computers?
You always need some type of computer skill, even just to send out a basic email. You need to have knowledge of various functions. Excel, Word, Access, great tools on a resume. Yeah, those are strengths. Any Outlook program is a strength. So.
And also, through the use of modern cell phones, basically are considered a computer at this point.
Absolutely.
Through the use, actually, through this interview right now, we're using a camera, and a camera is actually, you can send this video, upload it to YouTube right away, or send it through email. Phones also being considered mini computers right there, and tablets as well.
Mm-hmm.
Can you just talk a little bit about that and what your opinion is on basically the iPhone, the Apple products, and the Galaxy, Samsung products? How do you feel the transition from using a hard desktop and a personal laptop to potentially using a tablet / smartphone?
I use a smartphone every day to access my work emails. I'm constantly getting pinged and able to respond. So at least I have 24/7 access to and be able to respond to my employee's employer on a regular basis. I have a company laptop that I can access my desktop through like a VPN type access, so that I'm physically looking at my desktop without actually being in my office and able to work remotely. So, absolutely encourage the cell phones, tablets, because it's being away from your office but at your office.
All right, well, thank you for your time.
Thank you.